What up, YouTube? This is Steven, and welcome back to another news article analysis. This time, the title of the article that I'm going to analyze is Ayumi Hamasaki Under Fire for A Nation Performance Plus Divorce Rumors. And I retrieved this article from aramajapan.com. So thanks a lot to Arama Japan. They're a great source for um, news and information in regards to Japanese pop music artists. All right, so I'll read the article and give my thoughts and opinions. So here I go. Singer Ayumi Hamasaki has almost always had the honor of carrying out the final performance at ABEC's Summer Festival A Nation. I never knew that. I've heard of A Nation, that summer musical festival concert thing, but I never actually paid much attention to it. But I've heard of it. So congratulations to Ayumi. Let's see. This year, she performed at 4 dates in Tokyo and Osaka. Besides Ayumi, South Korean top-tier acts like Big Bang, Super Junior, and EXO, as well as popular Japanese performers like Sundaime, J Soul Brothers, AAA, and E-Girls were on the guest list. All right, so it sounds like we got a lot of musical artists here for this concert. Good, good, good. All right, next. With each, even with such an all-star lineup, not all tickets were sold this year. Sound like we got some trouble in paradise. Wonder why not all the tickets were sold. Let's see. Next. Even though A Nation looks tremendous at first glance, a lot of fans do not enjoy it that much because their favorite musical artists' performances are short. So how many people performing at this festival here? Do they just perform like a couple of songs and go, or do they perform like a full set for like an hour or 2 hours? Like, how does this work? Let's see. Next, there are plenty of other music events in summer. Summer Sonic, for example. So people get tired of festivals. Okay. So this is a festival versus a music event. What's the difference? A Nation would be a musical festival, right? A music festival. But I guess there's a difference to them because they're not checking for it. All right. Next. Ayumi Hamasaki is no longer a hit maker. Her last #1 single was released in 2010, and her 2014 single Terminal peaked at number 24. The same goes for her albums. Her last #1 was Love Again, but the 2 CDs that followed reached number 5 and number 4 on the weekly chart. I guess Oricon. All right, so, a little shade thrown there, but it's true, though. Ayumi isn't no longer the hit maker that she used to be, but, she still has a catalog of hits, though. So I think because of that, maybe people would still be kind of checking for Ayumi, because that kind of works with other artists, too. Some artists are still able to tour even though they're not, like, the big thing anymore. Like, people still go to the concerts because they still like the songs that they made before. But don't count Ayumi out just yet now. Don't count her out just yet. She still got some steam left in her engine, Let's see. Next, certainly there are a lot of people who follow Ayumi, but most of them are in their 30s. They are probably married already and sure don't want to go to a summer festival just to see Ayumi carry out the final performance. And this comes from a quote-unquote industry official. So basically, she's saying that Ayumi's fans they probably married by now and don't got time to go to no Ayumi or no A Nation concert to see Ayumi carry out the final performance. But will they still go to her concert? You know, her Ayumi Hamasaki concert that she does when she tours like Japan. You know, will they go there? That's the question. And I think they will. Let's see. Next, if Ayumi was still as popular as she used to, it's kind of weird. I don't know who. This was a translation. They said as popular as she used to now. I think it's used to be. All right. My bad, y'all. Let me rework this article a little bit. If Ayumi was still as popular as she used to be, her fans would have rushed to ticket booths just because her name was on the performers list. That's true. But is it all up to Ayumi Hamasaki? You know, there's like a whole list of other people on this concert ticket, like on this, who are in performers at this musical festival, A Nation. Is it all up to Ayumi? You know? Are y'all putting it all on Ayumi? Let's see. Next. People on the net are saying that the tragedy of 2012 has repeated itself. By that, they are referring to an incident that happened 3 years ago when Ayumi was scheduled to perform right after Big Bang. As soon as Big Bang's performance was over, half the audience rushed to the exit and left during Ayumi's performance. Ouch. Guess they ain't Ayumi Hamasaki fans, I guess. But you know, Ayumi's been in the industry for so long that probably wouldn't really phase her as much, you know. But then perhaps it would phase her because she was just so popular at one point. So like, what's that? Why are they doing that? All right. This year, the same thing happened when she entered the stage after EXO's performance. Not just the demand for her CDs, but also for her lives, you know, her live performances seems to fade away. Okay, so like folks don't want to buy your CDs and they don't want to come to your concerts. You know, let's see. Ayumi is struggling in other areas as well. Her fans who watched her segment at A Nation voiced their dissatisfaction with her cover of "Departures" from the group Globe. I guess that's one of their songs. Let's see, which she performed together with legendary music producer Tetsuya Komuro. Or Komuro. I got it. I tell you, Hooked on Phonics be working. So, you know, Ayumi and Tetsuya, aka TK, yeah, they've been doing a lot of things together lately. You know, I wonder why. That's interesting. You know, I wonder will TK and Namie ever reunite? You know, I wonder if that ever happened. But on to the next. Let's see. Quote unquote, she can't reach the high notes. Quote unquote, Departures isn't such a vulgar song. So these are like people in their complaints, and they saying like she can't reach the high notes of the song, I guess. But Ayumi's voice is kind of high pitched, so I kind of thought she could be able to do some high pitched sounds. But I don't know. I guess they ain't liking it. They ain't feeling her high notes, and I guess she started to like do some sexual stuff in the song because they're like, it's not such a vulgar song, Ayumi. Stop sexing it up. You know, like stop for perverting Departures. So yeah, I guess they don't like her singing, and they ain't feeling her sex appeal. All right. On to the next part of this article. And this is going to deal about her personal life and those divorce rumors. So here we go, because I got a couple of things to say about this. All right. Also, rumors about a personal crisis have surfaced. It seems that her husband, an American UCLA student who wants her to gain more weight. So there's divorce rumors, and they're saying like her husband, American UCLA student, a medical student, I think, he wants her to gain more weight. And right there, I'm like, okay, this better be a rumor. You know, you better not be telling Ayumi Hamasaki to gain more weight. And in my personal opinion, Sure, more weight could look good. A couple of more pounds would look good on Ayumi. But on the flip side, you came into the picture, you came into Ayumi's life when Ayumi was the same size she is. She didn't lose weight after you guys got married. You know, she was the same weight. So you came into that situation and you got to work around that because that was there before you came. So, and also, Ayumi is the one who has the money in this relationship. You the trophy, really. Like, you may think that Ayumi is your trophy, which you may show her off as your trophy, but really, you the trophy. You know, you're the one who need to be gaining or losing weight and doing, working out for Ayumi and being her trophy. Because to keep it real, Ayumi can get another you. You can't get another Ayumi. I mean, Ayumi, the best thing that's going to happen to this dude, to keep it real, I don't see him really um, upgrading to anything better. If you do, let me know. um, but I don't see that happening. Shoot, I think Ayumi gonna have to. I think Ayumi needs to do a cover of Beyonce's song "Irreplaceable," and she need to direct it straight at him. Like, shoot, don't ever get to thinking you're irreplaceable now. But let's go on to the final part of this article. Let's see. Quote unquote, that her husband told her to gain some weight is because, unlike Japanese men, American men prefer glamorous women. However, here in Japan, Ayumi is a top artist and songstress. Once again, Ayumi looked the same way you came into the relationship with. So no, you gain weight or lose weight or whatever she wants you to do. Even if she gains weight, there are limits because she also has to maintain her figure for her fans. Before being a wife, Ayumi is a singer, and he doesn't understand this because she is not well known in America. It's nothing strange that conflicts like these can tear a marriage apart. So he's kind of like, pressuring her to gain weight, I guess. Maybe he's like body shaming her because she's so thin to gain weight, or he wants her to gain weight so she can, I guess, he could, I guess, like, that would be more sexually appealing to him if Ayumi had a bit more, meat and fat on herself. But I'm like, if this is true, then I'm thinking, okay, again, why? Like, Ayumi was the same size she is now as she was when you met her. Like, she is the exact same thing, really, though. I think he ain't asking her to gain or regain some weight, you know. Um, but I trust that Ayumi will do the right thing. I think Ayumi is a really, despite, let me phrase this correctly. Despite not finishing high school, I think that Ayumi actually is intelligent. I think she does have a good sense of self, usually. Um, she she's at the age where she is probably secure with herself now. Now, if this was like, say, 10 or 15 years back, she might be a bit more phased by this, but I don't think she would be as phased by this. Um, and she might, at this point, because she is older and more experienced, have the gumption even to say, hey, this is me, take it or leave it. And again, like, Ayumi is the one with the money, you know? So you need to be making sure Ayumi happy, not the other way around. You need to be making sure Ayumi is satisfied with you, you know? And, you know, it's, I can see how would be considered insulting. But like I said before, I think Ayumi will be able to handle this. If this is actually an issue, then I know that Ayumi will be able to handle this issue in a way that benefits her, in a way that is, safe for her. You know, see, the final part of this article, or the closing part of this article, rather, is the following. Ayumi got married only a year ago. Is her second divorce drawing closer? Or is she considering retiring for her husband? Hmm. And that's how the article ends. And this was a translation of the article, as they note in this article, and some things were changed or left out on purpose. And that's from aramajapan.com. So thanks a lot to them. But I think that, okay, the A Nation performance, and that's like her business life, and then her personal life is drawn up in these divorce rumors. So, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Ayumi, it kind of seems like she is almost destined to be somewhat alone, you know? I hate to say that, but it seems like, I don't know, based on based on the topics of her songs and based on her love life, it seems like she is destined to somewhat be alone. So I suggest Ayumi finds a way to have a child. Um, and this is where I'm coming from with it. Um, at one point or another, people, and especially women, are going to want one of the three things I'm about to mention when they get older and get to a certain age in life. Women are going to want either a long-term relationship, to be married, or to have children. One of those three they're going to want. Because at the end of the day, people, especially women, don't want to be without at least one of those three things. And it's not like I'm saying like women are like totally dependent on men or anything like that. But I'm saying is that because of the way that society is structured, and people, when they're older, typically do have kids, a spouse, or at least a long-term partner. And if you don't have one of those three things, you might feel like you're missing something when you're around, like, say, your peers or your group of friends. And during holiday times too, it's like, okay, well, I don't have kids to go, spend the holidays with. I don't have a spouse to spend the holidays with. I don't have a long-term partner to spend the holidays with. So for me, my advice for Ayumi would be to have a child, but not to have a child with this particular person if they ain't feeling you. And this relationship probably shouldn't have even happened from the get-go, just because of the age difference and the status difference and the cultural difference. Um, so I don't think this relationship should have happened. But it did happen. However, Ayumi can still, at this point, because there's no kids involved, she can still leave this relationship and never have to revisit it again. But once there's kids, then you guys are kind of bound for life, you know. But at this point, there's no kids, so she can still exit this relationship and wipe her hands totally clean of it, you know, and never have to reference this relationship again in her life. So my advice to Ayumi would be, seem like her love life is a little like turbulent, and she's probably not going to end up having a long-term partner or spouse. So I suggest Ayumi find a way to have a kid. I think she should probably just try to have a child with the person who she feels like she could spend life with, or a person who she doesn't mind being connected with for life. And I know having a kid with the right person is difficult to do, because it is difficult to find the right person to have a kid with. But I think Ayumi needs to put that in her mind too. And I say that because I don't want Ayumi to end up kind of like the lonely spinster, you know. I don't know if Ayumi has much family. I don't know. I think Ayumi may be the only child. I'm not sure. So then she's like the only child, so she might not have any siblings. Plus, she doesn't have a husband. Plus, she doesn't have kids. or a long-term partner. Yeah, I don't want Ayumi to end up like that. I want her to have like at least something in her life, like somebody in her life. you know. And also, having more social ties is kind of healthier for you. It does. People who have more social ties are less likely to end up committing suicide. I think that's a sociology type of fact. But yeah, not that I think Ayumi would do something like that, but I'm just saying. But yeah, I guess this video took a turn for a bit of, a bit more of a serious tone at this point. So I'll try to make it a bit more lighthearted before I leave. So these people complain about Ayumi performances are performing at A Nation or something, and she not being like super popular anymore. But I'm like, Ayumi got like a ton of hits she can draw from though, y'all. And I don't know how this A Nation concert thing works, but it ain't all up to Ayumi to be the best-selling musical artist on this list. Like, you got like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other people who are listed as artists on this in this festival. What about them? You know, and I guess they putting it on her like she's supposed to be selling these tickets, but really it's everybody involved in this concert supposed to be selling these tickets. But then again, I guess she's the most popular artist, so they expect her to be the draw. But still, that ain't right. Yeah. And also, I think Arama Japan might be. I don't know. They might be throwing a little shade at Ayumi, because this is probably like their third article about Ayumi Hamasaki that's negative. So we got this article, then we had the previous article about the comparison between Ayumi Hamasaki and Namie, and how Namie gets better comments online than Ayumi Hamasaki. And then we had an article before that one. And that article was about Ayumi performing on NHK. I think that's like a television show or something. She was performing on that show, and she started crying when she was talking, and talking about her experiences and kind of missing Japan. And people, like in the article that Arama Japan put up, they were like, are these tears calculating? Is she kind of doing this to play up to the audience? So like 3 articles that kind of throwing shade at Ayumi, probably within a month span. A month, maybe 6 weeks within the span of those. Within the span of one of those. So yeah, I guess that's just a tide currently. I guess negative articles about Ayumi gets clicks. Kind of true. Kind of true. That's why I'm here. But I feel like me personally, I do like Ayumi. I do check for Ayumi, even though she's not the best-selling musical artist, but still, I still kind of check for her because I like her creative vision. I like her boldness and her daringness to try different things and to be a bit edgy and a bit out there. Even with her like single covers and album covers, she's kind of like really creative and out there and different. And sometimes I don't think, like currently, I don't think Ayumi gets the credit for what she does. Gets her just due for what she does. But that will be another video for another day. So let me bring this video to a close. Thanks a lot for watching, you guys. Feel free to comment. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to give me a thumbs up. Your feedback and support are extremely appreciated and extremely valued. Until the next news article analysis, adios and goodbye for now.